Into it. Welcome to the morning paper on KHOP at 95.1. It's Jack and Reagan inside your morning paper. We have an extremely special and cool guest. Miley Cyrus is here with us, and we want to talk to you about some of these controversial things that have been surrounding you.
Okay, I'm just going to throw out some of the topics, and then you can comment on them. First up, the infamous seatbelt scene from Hannah Montana Best of Both Worlds concert tour. What's the deal with that?
Well, if you look really close, you'll notice that we never left our driveway, first of all. And so it wasn't a safety problem for us. Second, it's kind of silly, because at first I was like, dude, is the 3D movie that bad that they have to stare at our seatbelts? And
right.
Like, that's the only way to entertain people? Like, really? I guess there's, nothing you can do about it. And me and my dad were both like, we're super sorry, because we are. Because that was, we always try to take opportunities to make a difference. And, that was something that we should have done. So I'm totally, open that was a fault, and we're really sorry. But it wasn't, if anyone at all out there was worried about safety, we were fine. So
do you feel like it's kind of not fair that you get held to a higher standard? Because movies show things like smoking and drug usage, and nobody makes a big deal out of that. But because they say you're so impressionable on young girls, how could she not wear a seatbelt? Do you kind of want to say, get a life? I mean, there are far worse things I could be doing in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was all about, us being in real life, blah, blah, blah. And in real life, I don't know how many people I actually see wearing the seatbelts every time they get in the car. I really do. I'm all about safety, whatever. But we never left our driveway, so I guess we just didn't think about it,
Now, what about the body double when you're performing during your show? You leave as Hannah Montana to go change, and a body double comes out, and that stirred up some controversy.
Yeah, people freaked out about that.
That originally was, I'm hypoglycemic, so it was a big health thing for me, actually, and no one, cared. No one cared about that, but it was a big health thing for me, because my blood sugar started getting super low during my sets, and I needed to eat in between my sets, and I was only having 2 minutes to go from Hannah to Miley, so I needed at least, just 45 seconds. That's all she was there for. I needed 45 seconds to have some orange juice and take care of that. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a second half of the show or an extension. So it was kind of like pick or choose. Do you want me to use a body double for a very few amount of my shows, or one part where there's no vocals? It wasn't like she was lip syncing or anything. There was no vocals. Or would you rather have a great show? And it was kind of hard because no one wanted to hear that it was, for health reasons.
Right.
Well, Miley, we don't care about your health. I mean, come on.
I know, geez, Miley, if you faint and fall down on stage and have to cancel your world tour, it's not a big deal.
Now, how are you dealing with the paparazzi? Because I know that they can be super annoying.
They can be annoying, especially, it's like you're doing things that are totally, not a big deal. It's like, Valentine's Day, I was eating at the Ivy, and, Miley is Nicholas, and without her, whatever, and it's like, oh, come on. It's like, I'm eating at the Ivy. It's like, it's not a big deal. I'm getting food. It's like, taking everything and making it, a bigger deal than it is. That's kind of annoying.
All right, we got just a couple of minutes left with her. You're listening to Miley Cyrus inside the morning paper on KHOP. The last big controversial thing that we're going to hit, with all this Jamie Lynn Spears stuff going on, you had that whole crazy pregnancy rumor thing that got totally blown out of proportion. How'd you handle that, and what'd you think of it?
That, again, I mean, it's just like, who thinks of this kind of stuff, I wish people weren't as smart as they are, because they had to think about that one, and it just kind of like, at first I was really sad, I was crying, my mom, I don't know why I don't want to do that, because, honestly, to me, the way I think of things, I would never want to hurt someone intentionally, and I never know why people, I can't understand it. It breaks my heart to think that people want to intentionally hurt other people. That just makes me so sad, and so to think that they would want to do that to me, I mean, that made me more sad than anything, just thinking that there's people out there that feel that way about me and that will want to hurt me that way. And, that's the same thing, I know that one of the things you guys probably want to say, which everyone is kind of like, the big elephant in the room, there was pictures and blah, 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 and it's just like, they were pictures, they weren't, meant for anyone to see, and with the things with me having sleepovers, I mean, I think that was kind of lame that it got blown out of proportion. I think that's the Perez Hilton thing.
Let me just make you feel a little bit better. When my friends and I used to have sleepovers, if anybody saw those pictures, I'd probably be in jail right now. Oh, my God.
So it's like, I have, my sleepovers, and we were not doing anything bad. We were laughing, and it was supposed to be that we looked seductive, and I didn't know, if that's what he thinks of it, fine. But to me, I was having a sleepover and taking cute pictures that weren't meant for the world to see.
Right.
Because, like I said, there has to be you have to draw the line somewhere.
I think people forget that Miley Cyrus is still a young teenager wanting to have fun.
Right. You have friends. You want to do stuff with your friends. And like I said, I mean, I think you're an amazing role model. I know a lot lot of girls who absolutely adore you, and you're doing a good job, and I know you're strong in your faith, and you got a good family relationship, and you're on the right track.
Thanks so much. That's awesome.
She's got the movie out right now, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, Best of Both Worlds. You can check her out on the Disney Channel all the time, which just got extended, by the way. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm super stoked.
And you're a big K-HOP artist. We got your song coming up. Explain See You Again before we play it.
Awesome. Well, you guys have to keep playing it because my goal is to get it up to #1. That's what I want so bad before my next album comes out. But it's really funny because at first that song I almost didn't even put on the album. I was writing it and I was like, dang, I can write something much better, and it's not my favorite thing. Then once I heard my demo of it, I was like, okay, this song could definitely do something. It's so fun. I'm really happy that it finally got noticed.
Reagan smiles every time we play it. It's like her guilty pleasure.
Jack, you don't have to embarrass I'm 26, so I'm maybe not the target demo for some of your stuff, but my friends and I have friends in their 30s, and See You Again is like, I don't want to say our guilty pleasure, but it's just a good song.
She
it
loves
just
it.
is.
Thanks, you guys definitely, it is a targeted range. Everyone's targeted.
Well, enough talk. Let's play it, Miley.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce it for us?
Sure. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Miley, and here is my single See You Again on KHOP.
Miley, you're the best.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, guys, for having me.
You rock.
We're going to get that song to #1.
Do it.